Hey, welcome back again. Here we are in 5B. We just got done making the claw open and close, and notice that I forgot to put the delay 100 on there. I imagine you guys caught that. And of course, your numbers, that's the 130 and the 80, are very likely to be different than mine, but pretty close, I hope. One other thing I wanted to point out, I also put the claw open comment on here because we're going to want these numbers for later on in the program too. Just keep track of them. Good place for comment. I also want to point out the claw, when it's in the closed position, it's not closed tight. It's just closed enough to where it's barely pinching the ball. So be careful about that. You don't want it too tight. Otherwise, it'll stress the servo. Anyway, here we are on the claw down and claw up. So of course, we obviously could just copy this, stick it in here, and copy that and stick it in there. But chances are it's not going to work. It's much, in fact, it's incredibly unlikely to work. It's much easier to go back to our original program. Come on, you can do it. Here we go. Back to the original program, make some changes. First off, because the open-close servo was in port 1 of the servos, we got to put this into port 2. So change that 1 to a 2 in all three cases. Okay, and then of course I'm going to guess this to be claw up and claw down. And I want to point out something. If your servo is on the left-hand side of the claw, the part of the claw that goes up and down, then the numbers could look like this: 130 is up and 80 is down. On the other hand, if it's on the right-hand side, it could easily be 110 is down and about 40 or 50 is up. So you're really going to have to guess and check on these. Put some numbers in, guess these, see what happens. Keep making changes until you get these two numbers right. So for my purposes, that's something you're just going to need to step off and do that again and again. So you're going to put numbers in there, compile it, make sure it works, run it on your robot, try it. Try it again, change the numbers, try it again until you get them both. Okay. Let's assume you have that now, and let's assume right now that this is claw up is 1, let's say it's 150, and claw down, I'm going to say is, I'm going to say mine, let's say 90. It could be, probably not, in fact, very unlikely, whatever yours are going to be, but let's say these are the numbers you end up with. Okay, now we're really in good shape. First, we need to go and copy this, and put it over in our program, up in setup again. Okay, but this is servo that's in servo port 2 at a speed of 25. And then down here, claw down. Let's see, this is the number we came up with. Again, it's whatever you came up with, because every robot's going to be different. So claw down, place that with my down, and delay 100. You may want to delay it more, that's okay. Then for claw up, again, I'm assuming our numbers are 150, but again, it could be very different for yours. Could be 40 because your servo is upside down compared to mine, or compared to whoever it is you're working right beside. And another delay. It's always good to put little delays in there to give it time, unless you want it to go up and down while you're driving around, which normally you don't. You got the time to do that. Okay, and so now we've got these two set because you did all the experimenting to find out what the real numbers are. I'm going to put the word position out here because we're going to, again, want this later. And we should be ready to go here now. Let's go check. got this program sitting up here ready to wants to run. Looks like we might have all the parts. We've checked all the parts individually. Let's now see if it runs. Go ahead and run the whole thing. Compile it, make sure you got all the little errors taken care of, and then run it. Just a reminder, one more thing up here. I'm going to set this one. I'm going to put a comment out here for ClawUpp down. I'm in port 1. Port 2 for claw open, backwards, open close, claw up down. And again, that's the kind of comments that's good because this doesn't say exactly what it is. It lets me know for sure. Okay, anyway, go ahead and compile it, make sure it's all correct, then run it and get it running on your robot. You may have to make a few more changes, maybe add a few more delays in here, but see if you can get this whole thing running. Should be running. And that's it for this one. Catch you in a few minutes. Bye.